Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be. CC here, Chris from New York, Westchester County. It's 3:26:21. The last video I did, that guy was a bit troubled. He was pissed, of course, but that's to be expected here in Westchester County because that's pretty much how 90% of the population fall. The rest of the 10% are, I don't know what they are. People that just, well, the number is actually higher than that, but there are 10% of the population that are just gone. They're just hopeless. There's nothing that you can do for them at all. The other 90% are the people who actually vote and but don't know who they're voting for after seeing the spectacle of the meeting just yesterday. It's not even funny anymore. It's more sad now. It's sad. That's the best way to describe it for politics. They're just so sad that these people can't see that this is all fake. That the president actually really did gain all these popular votes and became what he is now. I told you exactly what the deal was, guys. I told you what you're getting right now is the end of the presidency of Reagan. Those last days of Reagan's administration. Nancy was running the show. Yes, she was. Guess who's going to run the show now? Oh, yes. God, I mean, it's just so bad. There's so many things I fucking know. Anyway, what I was trying to say is I didn't go to a traditional school as in a public school. I went to a private school, and it was a small private school. So what that meant is that attention to every detail in my classroom, okay? And you got a lot more attention from the teacher, where they would actually come up to you and help you, and not feed your head with politics and bullshit, and actually learn what is on the agenda to be learned, which I'm not in favor of anyway to begin with. But anyway, look, let them dream of a spinning wet ball. Okay, I hope they fine. Fuck it. Look, I know where they were. I was there. We all were there at one point, you know. And then we go through the 5 stages, which is very important to go through. That's one of the things you have to go through. And that's what's going to change your life. That's what's going to wake you up. That's what is going to tell you that, hey, fuck, my whole personality, my whole character is built around a lie. Okay, and that's when you become a different person, an awoke person, realizing that there couldn't possibly be a planet that could ever possibly exist, that they don't exist. Realizing that nothing out there is true. Realizing the politics and the sports and the bullshit of TV and Hollywood, Hollyweird, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Don't you see how corrupt those people are in Hollywood and how disgusting they are and satanic? Because most of them know this is all fake. This is all bullshit. This is a digital world that we live in. Think about it, guys. After doing many tests in different countries, and America didn't even do it, whatever you think, it knows what you're going to think up to 8 seconds. 8 seconds. So that means if you look away from something, and when you look back, before you've even made a thought, whatever this computer system is, and whatever this digital world we live in, it already knows. Fuck. It's really a lot of shit to think about, you know? But this is great. I love it, you know, to know about all of this shit. You know, just to know about it and to understand it and watching it slowly tip the other way to flat Earth, you know, because that's what it eventually will do. These 10% of people that I'm talking about, maybe it's higher. I don't know. I mean, I believe there's a good 80% of people that you can get through to, you know, and wake them up. But the problem is when you wake these people up There's so many distractions. There's so much bullshit. They don't look into it. So they're back into the system, you know? So I don't know. I really don't know. But there's just like 10% who are just so fucking clueless. I don't even think they're people, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they're so fucking focused on exactly what you shouldn't be focused on. And there's no way of getting them out of it, if you know what I mean. I mean, maybe you don't. I don't know. You should, after following me for as long as you have. Rolling up to 4 years now on videos. Not on Flat Earth, but on videos. See, it took me a while to figure this out in terms of who to speak to. And that's why I just decided, fuck it. I'm just going to start publishing my information at this point. There's no need to fuck around and beat around in a bush. You know, you got to let people know what the fuck you think. It's pointless. You know, you can't sit at a dinner table and go through a nauseating conversation with somebody and that you just want to, like, at any moment get the fuck up and walk the fuck out because you're not that person anymore. Okay? You're not that person anymore, whether you like it or not. It's as simple as that. And you never will be ever again, because that's the thing with Flat Earth. Once again, you destroyed the planet. And there's no way of putting it back together again, ever again. There's no way. It's impossible. You can't put together water, gravity, the fact that you can't see anything, the fact that all of these lies are about to you, and now that you understand them, you know, that's the thing, that now that you understand it, you know, there's no way of ever going back. It's an old friend of mine. He hasn't commented on my channel in a while. I hope he's all right. But yeah, when I was speaking to him on the phone, it's, you know, and this is what our president's going through too. So he's probably welcoming it, I bet. But, you know, Flat Earthers welcome dementia at this point. You know, I mean, really, because I don't know how long it's going to take for all these people to wake the fuck up, you know. I really don't. I mean, it's getting to a point right now where all the confusion with, you know what I'm talking about, what's been going on for the last year, has almost gotten people out of researching, which I'm surprised they haven't, because they've got a lot of time on their hands. They're sitting around there on the fucking couch watching old reruns of Bugs Bunny and I Love Lucy, Frank Sinatra. Good old Blue Eyes. I wonder what he really was. Who knows? Who cares? Doesn't make a difference. You can investigate this shit all you want, but you're wasting your time, because once you know it's fake, it gets even more annoying when you look into it and you say, oh, shit. Even that was fake? I grew up with that. Even this is fake? Oh, man. I used to watch that all the time. People say that, you know, when I say things are fake, they're not real, is my point. The people aren't real. They're not wholesome. You know, they're paid to lie and to make up all of this bullshit to keep you confused. And they're paid good money for doing it because they're picked. They're chosen. Maybe some of them have a little bit of talent, but most of them don't. The really big ones don't have any talent at all whatsoever, as far as I'm concerned. Shit. And no brains. But Gucci and Rolls Royce and Bentley and all the realtors love them because they don't have a half a brain. They'll just buy anything. They don't know the meaning of money and the meaning of work. They don't know any of that shit. We do. You do. Anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this video, but it doesn't really make a difference, you know, because we're here on borrowed time when it comes down to this. We can't talk about 90% of the shit we want to talk about, you know. It's kind of bland. I can't rip on politicians anymore. what they've done, taking away everything from our children, Dr. Seuss and all of this bullshit. This is just control. That's all it is. Don't get mad at it, you know? Hey, look, don't worry about it. You have all the old books, don't you? I do. They're all there. I bought them all for my daughter. I don't care. They're there. You know? When are they going to kick on the Smurfs? There's got to be something racial about the Smurfs, I'm sure. Maybe because they're blue? I don't know. There's got to be something tied in there. They'll think of it. Don't worry. They're taking all of your rights away out from under you in such a quick period of time. They are fast forwarding like you wouldn't believe. They are doing everything in such a short period of time. What is 1 year now is probably would have really been 10 or 20. And they're just jamming it in because they've realized they've come to their end. The civilization itself, as you know, it has come to an end. We've peaked. Everything is done. I mean, we all know that the Earth is flat now. We all know we're stationary. We all know those stars don't exist. As a matter of fact, once you get something high enough up there, the stars completely disappear from the naked eye. Man, what is it? A projection? I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Okay? That doesn't make a difference. It's there for you to find out. And that's what the Creator did here. For you to figure all this out. He or she, whoever maybe, didn't want to be too simple about it. Had to make everything round. You know, had to make even the shade when it's eclipsed by the moon or the sun. It had to be round too. Remember, come on, you gotta think with your head. You gotta think with your head. And that's what the Creator wants you to do. That's why the problem with this population is so fucked up and so lost, is because they can't think with their head. And that's the problem. They never can think with it. They don't know. You know, when is the tipping point for somebody that is a ball earther and somebody who gets into flat earth? Where is that tipping point? Nobody knows. It's different for everybody. That's how it is. It's different for every single person. Something's going to trigger it, whether it being NASA, whether it being Hollyweird, whether it being the way the flight patterns are flying around up in the sky, the pictures, that there's so many things wrong with these pictures from the moon landing from Apollo 11 that it's a joke. Just take a look at that picture. I could name off 15 fucking things the matter with it, for Christ's sake. The eclipses are the best thing. When you put a flashlight in back of you and you're in front of a wall, what happens? Your shadow blows up. It doesn't shrink down to a little action figure. But yet, all the eclipses do when the shade comes over the country. It's actually only 70 miles. What? Well, I thought I thought the moon was like 2,300 miles or something like that, or whatever it may be. Shouldn't it be like 5 times the size of that? Okay, well then let's go in reverse. When the Earth eclipses the moon. That doesn't make any sense, because it covers it completely. Well, it shouldn't. It should shrink it down, right? It should shrink it down and make it look like an eyeball. God, fuck. The Creator created this for you to figure out. He didn't want to make it simple. He or she or whoever maybe didn't want to make it simple. You have to think. Think. That's the key word for today. Think. Think about all of this nonsense. I mean, look, you know, I before I was even a flat earther, I knew politics were all bullshit to begin with anyway. I just didn't realize the extent of it. You know, they might as well just put 666s in the back of these heads of these politicians, or 333s and all sorts of shit. You know, instead of the flag, which has a whole other series of bullshit going on with that thing of satanic nonsense, and these emblems that they have for the doctors and the psychiatrists and the whole medical field. I mean, look, I'm looking at one right now. You know, I mean, really, look at that thing. It looks like snakes and war dogs and all sorts of shit. Oh, man. I mean, it's just, it's a joke. It's a joke, and they're not even laughing. That's the problem. They're not even laughing. Sorry for making this a little bit long, but it's just, I don't know, man. I mean, it's unbelievable. The weather's turning around here in New York, as you can see. It's probably it's 82 degrees. Holy shit. Wow, we haven't seen that. It's the first we've seen it now. That can't be right. I guess it is. It's 82 degrees here in New York. I cannot believe it. Just 2 weeks ago, there was snow on the ground, and I was freezing my ass off. But yeah, everything's turning around here in New York. I told you it's going to be an excellent spring. We had one of the worst winters in a while in New York, and the spring is now here. So get everything ready for springtime. Let's have some fun. Get that fat off that we gained after the year of sitting around while I was working, but still not doing what I usually do. Fishing, walking around. Anyway, thank you for subbing, and thank you for viewing my videos. Let me be a part of your life.